The Mick Donato Show starts now.
Hey folks, how you doing there? Mick Donato back with another great episode of the Mick Donato Show. And first off the bat, my producer Danny, well, he's on vacation. He's down at Cape Cod with his grandparents. I think it was his cousins too. And also turns out my cameraman Andy, he's down in South Carolina on a mission trip with the church. God bless him. But basically that leaves me with no staff. And I wanted to do a show, and I thought I would do it on my own, but I did a poll. Of course, if you're a Facebook friend of mine, you know I put out the question, should I do my next show on my own, Mick on his own, or should I ask Danny's and Andy's mom, Laurie, to be my guest producer? Turns out the results were overwhelming that they wanted Laurie to be my guest producer. So without further ado, I introduce my producer for this episode, Laurie. Say hi, Laurie.
Hi, Laurie.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Thanks for being here. Yeah. You can talk more than that. It's okay. She's a great sport. But, Laurie, as your first job as producer, I want you to bring up the poll. So Mark sent me this screen cap of his Facebook page, which showed the poll results. So bring it up, Laurie.
Yep.
Bring it up there
It's
on the
up.
monitor. Yep, there it is. So there's the poll. Look at that. 90%. Laurie the producer. That's what they wanted. 10%. Mick on his own. Now, only 20 people voted, so Laurie, do the math. How many people said no? Two. And one of those was Laurie. She said, I don't want to do it. So that one doesn't count. But if you look there, Jennifer Rebello, that's Travis's wife, lovely gal. She wrote, send Laurie to the spa. So, I don't know. Maybe after this.
That's a
the
good
spa.
idea.
Yeah. Bernie, that's Mark's dad. Yeah. Send her to the spa after she produces the next episode. Of course, Mark said, be nice to Laurie, Mick, for my sake. I'm going to be nice to you. I'm going to be nice, folks. Why wouldn't I be? I love Laurie.
You're not nice to Dan.
Now, Laurie's great. By the way,
Dan's great.
Dan's great too. But, I got Laurie here. And if you don't know, I have a PhD, running the show. She's running the board. How many podcasts can say they have a PhD, running the mixing board and the clips and all that? That's pretty cool, huh? There's probably a few shows that have that, though. A few PhDs. They probably have a PhD in, like, American literature, history, something irrelevant. I don't know. Just doing a podcast to kind of get things going. But Laurie is great. She's smart, talented, and she's volunteered to be here. So thank you, Laurie. Great to have you here. Should be a fun show. And again, Laurie's great. I'm going to be nice to her. She's nothing like my ex-wife, who basically, after 17 years of marriage, tore my heart out and stomped on it like a loaf of moldy bread. Laurie's awesome. So glad to have her here. And it's great to be down here alone with her in the cellar. Yeah. No, I'm kidding, folks. Mark's here. Mark is outside doing some yard work. And he said, I'll stay outside, be quiet while you're recording. And then later on, three of us will get together, have some beers. Just see what happens. I don't know. Should be fun.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Folks, before I forget, of course, you can catch this and all the shows on the website, mickdonato.com. Go there. You can watch the shows, see some info about the show, buy some merch. For God's sakes, buy some merch. Need the income. And, of course, from there, you can link to Podbean. So Podbean is a podcast hosting site, and there you can get the app. You can download the show on your phone. and watch it at your leisure. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
I like that. And as always, I have to give a shout out to my fans who are in the emergency response community. That's fire, hazmat, law enforcement, of course, military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. I include you, Coast Guard. And, of course, the Border Patrol. The folks protecting the border, keeping out the immigrants, build that wall. So, God bless you. Thanks for watching. And we actually do have a special announcement at the end of the show. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. So watch the show because we got something special to announce. Real quick, we'll get into the meat of the show. I want to talk about something. So summer has started. A couple days ago was the first day of summer. And, of course, Mark and Laurie have a pool, right? And... Laurie, can you bring up, Mark sent me some images. Can you bring up the image of what your pool looked like when he first opened it? Yeah, there it is. Look at that. God, looks like a swamp. It's all brown.
I never wanted a pool.
Yeah, well, whatever. Mark did. But, so it was a mess. But having said that, after about 10 days of basically... sweeping and pumping. And Laurie, you can appreciate this. Chemicals. You're a chemist, right?
Yeah.
Show the next one. Look at that. Look how nice that is, huh? Yeah. Ready to go. Better living through chemistry, huh?
Absolutely.
Looks great. However, I actually measured the temperature of the pool. It's been kind of a cool spring, early summer. Guess what the temperature is? In the pool. 62 degrees.
Ah.
62.
That's not good.
It's not good. So, and Mark's got a solar cover, but good luck. I mean, to get the solar, heat, you need the solar. You need the sun. And we haven't had it. It's been raining. It's been a
sunny
mess.
Today.
So today's nice. So hopefully we get some hot days and get the pool up and running. And I can get out there. Maybe bring my kids, Liam and Gavin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll get out there and have some fun. So, here's to summer. Go Pats. But let's get into the meat of the show. And I wanted to talk about something that's near and dear to a lot of my fans. There was a conference recently down in Baltimore. And this was the conference of the International Association of Fire Chiefs. They call it the IAFC. All right, and you were there.
I was
talk
there.
About that. And the hot topic there was, you ever hear this? Novichokes. You ever hear that?
Yes.
So Novichokes, and you'll see my shirt. See that? I'll talk about that in a second. But do you know what Novichokes are? Well, I looked it up. And apparently they're pretty nasty stuff. So that was the hot topic of the conference. I wanted to take some time to educate, my viewers, my emergency responders on what these things are. So I went on the Wikipedia, which is, almost as good as Fox News in terms of the reliability. So I wanted to, take some time to talk about what these things. So Laurie, bring that up there.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. So this is Wikipedia, Novichok agent. I printed it out. So what does Novichok mean? So I'm going to read here. So if you don't know, Novichok, it's Russian, by the way. Russian for newcomer. Or it says newbie, novice, beginner, new boy. It's new, bottom line. Novichok's is a series of chemical weapons developed by the Soviet Union and Russia between 1970 and 1993. Yeah, so they've been at work making some nasty stuff. And it says Russian scientists who developed the oof, that's bad. They claim they're the deadliest ever made. Those Russians. Oof. With some variants possibly 5 to 8 times more potent than VX and others up to 10 times more potent than man. VX, VX? You ever seen the movie The Rock?
Yes.
VX is what they use in The Rock. If you remember, it's a bright green chemical. And it comes in a little ball, and you shove it in the guy's mouth, and explodes and it, face melts off. That's VX. This stuff is nastier than that. You believe that?
Oh, I believe it's nasty stuff.
The Russians.
I don't believe that VX is green.
That's what that's in the movie. What else? Novichok agents have never been used in a battlefield. Thank God. The UK, that's the British, determined that Novichok agent was used in the poisoning of Sergei and Yulia in Salisbury, England in March 2018. So a year ago, they used this stuff. There's the problem. So you say, all right, whatever. Russians making this stuff, but who cares? They're not going to use it. Guess what?
They used it.
They used it, yeah. So it's not a problem until it's a problem. Blah, blah, blah. Novichok was also involved in the poisoning of a British couple in Amesbury, Wiltshire. 4 months later, believed to have been discarded after the Salisbury attack. Later on, Russia denies producing or researching agents under the title Novichok. So the Russians say, hey, we didn't do it, right?
But they're making T-shirts.
Well, I got this T-shirt. Mark got it from a friend of his, and Mark said, it's too small for me. So, Mick, maybe you can wear it. I don't know what that means. But, by the way, this is a Russian extra large. I mean, apparently the Russian's very small.
I don't think the Russians are very small.
Well, that's what he gave me.
Where was the shirt made, Mick?
I have no idea.
It doesn't say on the tag?
I don't know. I didn't read the tag.
Oh.
But the bottom line is the Russians are up to some nasty stuff, and it's really a good thing that Trump is good friends with Putin, don't you think?
No,
Yeah?
I don't.
He's like, hey, Putin, keep the Novichok. Keep the Novichoks away. Don't need them. So, keep them at bay, Trump. A little more. Novichok has, however, been known to most Western secret services over the 1990s and 2000. Iranian chemists synthesized 5 Novichoks. Now, get that. Now, why is that important, Laurie? What's going on in Iran? We got some tensions in Iran. And now we have the Iranians know how to make this stuff? That's crazy. Take it down, Dan. Take it down. All right. So I, for one, am scared to death. And again, I am so glad the emergency responders out there are taking care of us. Novichok's and nasty stuff. But apparently, while I was researching, I got a fly. Why is there a fly?
It's summertime, Mick.
Novichok's, not only nasty chemical warfare agents, and apparently a sports team. I don't know. It's also a drink. I found this article. Laura, can you bring this one up?
Yep.
It's from the BBC. Don't know how reliable they are. There it is. Yep. Go Bats. Get this. Bristol, that's in the UK. Bristol Distillery apologizes. Why do they spell it with an S?
I do not know.
Come on. Whatever. Over Novichok vodka. I'll read this. Scroll down a little bit there. Sorry. Yeah, right there. This is great, folks. A distillery that released a 75% alcohol by volume. That's a lot.
Yep.
That's 150 proof. My math is right. You're the math whiz. Is that right?
I don't know what proof means.
It's 2 times.
I don't drink
75
alcohol.
times 2. Can you do that one?
What was that?
75 times 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's 100.
Right.
Yeah.
Vodka named after the toxic nerve agent Novichok has been heavily criticized with an S. God. For its tasteless timing. One person has died and another remains critically ill in a hospital. This was a little earlier. They're all dead now after being exposed to the substance at Wiltshire, again, UK. Bristol Dry Gin said the release timing of the 75% alcohol by volume may have lacked sensitivity. Do you think?
I think.
So basically, take it down. Take it down means you push the button and we go full screen. There you go. She's learning. So basically over in Britain, some folks were dying, and these folks who make vodka said, you know what, Novichok vodka. What do you think? It's pretty potent. But it's flying off the shelves. That's what I heard. It's actually pretty popular. So, I don't know. But that's pretty crazy, huh?
It is.
You know, I prefer Smirnoff. Good old American vodka. Cheers. None of that Novichok stuff. Russians. Gotta keep an eye on those Russians, though. Crazy. So that was the hot topic at the conference. And Laurie, I want to talk to you because you were there. Now, Mark was with you, right? He did a workshop. He and his buddy Doug, I think his name is Doug Golden. I don't know.
Dave. Are you talking about Dave?
Well, it doesn't matter. They did a workshop on Novichoks, and apparently Mark's company makes a machine that can actually detect this stuff. Did you know that?
I did.
And it can actually say, hey, because the whole thing about the Novichoks is they were designed, as I researched, to not be detectable, you know, by the currently available devices. And Mark's company says, yeah, screw that, we can do it. So they did a workshop and talked about what they could do. And I would think their machine should be flying off the shelf, you know?
They're expensive.
Well, I'm thinking about getting one.
You can't afford one?
Well, what's it, a couple $100?
I have no idea.
Maybe a
but
grand?
More than that.
I'm hoping that Mark's company has like a lease with an option to buy. So I can get one, you know, because I want to protect myself. Because it's crazy stuff. You know what else Mark said? They talked about in the workshop. Think about these Novichoks. Is the persistent. That's a problem. Persistent. Now, I don't know what that means. Like persistent, like they don't take no for an answer. I don't know what that means. Can you shed some light?
Usually means they don't like biodegrade. They don't break down.
Biodegrade. Yeah, another word. I
It's
don't
usually
know
what it means. It means it doesn't break down. Doesn't become smaller chemicals.
Doesn't break down like it doesn't, you know.
No, it doesn't do that.
We don't know, Laurie. But I guess it means they stick around.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, those Novichoks, protect yourself. Get one of Mark's machines because that's the only way to know if it's there. Bottom line. Yeah, so a lot of fear being spread at the conference. But I hope my listeners, my viewers, protect yourselves, emergency responders, and get one of Mark's machines because you need it. It's the only way to protect yourself. Now, Laurie, you did a workshop. You were down there with Alejandro, right? You did a thing.
Toby?
Yeah, whatever, Toby. He says Toby, but you guys did something. Let me guess. Chemistry, right?
Yes.
That's what you talked about. Now, Mark told me he had like 30 people in his class.
I don't want to talk about how many people came to my class.
What did you have, like 40, 50?
No, I had less than that. Way less. Let's
10?
not talk about that.
So, maybe you were up against Mark's class. I don't know.
I
Mark's
was
very
not,
popular.
but I was up against a lot of good classes.
A lot of good classes there. I'm actually hoping to go next year.
Yeah, go next year.
That'd be fun. But I don't know. Did you see some of the folks? You see Travis?
Yes.
Rebello? Yeah, he's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
And what about Mike and Bobby, the hazmat guys? Hey, guys. Cheers. See them?
I think I did.
She thinks she did. So Mike and Bobby doesn't know what you look like, apparently. You know who was there? You know Dave DiGregorio?
Yes.
Yeah. So he is the director of the Mass State hazmat. I mean, he like reports to the governor. He's up there. You know what I heard from Mark?
He has a bionic arm.
Yeah, he hurt his arm. That not at the conference, but when he was there, before he went there, he hurt his arm, and apparently he's got this brace. And can you guess how he hurt his left arm? And folks,
Spartan
look,
race.
Folks,
It was a Spartan race.
look, I know my viewers. Get your mind out of the gutter. There's lots of ways a guy can hurt his left arm. Now, it wasn't a Spartan race. However, Dave DiGregorio, he was in the military. Yeah, he's a hazmat guy. I'm thinking it's something heroic, like he was lifting a Volvo off a pregnant lady. But how'd he do it?
A Spartan race.
He was working in his kitchen.
Are you sure you're supposed to say this?
He was telling everyone.
Oh, okay.
He was working in his kitchen and then went to do a Spartan race. Whatever. He's a great guy. I want to get him on the show. He wants to come on the show, but he's busy. But yeah, if I don't make it to Baltimore, I am going to go to the hazmat conference in Massachusetts, though. That's in Plymouth. You know Plymouth?
Yes.
That's coming up. And Travis invited us there to do something. Problem is, I got to get Danny out of school in September. But we'll do something there. Should be fun. Because I always want to support emergency responders. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So that was the conference. It was great. Yeah, good to talk about it. And the Novichucks just, God, protect yourself. I'm going to shift gears. I'm going to lighten the mood. God. So this next article, you don't have to bring it up, Laurie, because everyone's seen it. You've all heard. It's been on social media.
I have not seen this.
Well, when you hear about this, you'll know. So there was this poll on social media about the top 50 sexiest accents in America. You've seen it, Twitter, whatever. And, I'm not going to rehash it, but I have a couple of thoughts here. Have you seen this, Laurie? You heard about this?
About that poll?
The top 50 sexiest accents?
Yes.
Crazy. You don't have to bring it up. I have it here. Real quick. The bottom 5. 46, California Valley, whatever. 47, Alaskan. Did they even have an accent? I don't know. 48, Minnesotan. So that was Fargo. You've seen the movie Fargo?
Yeah, and I like that accent.
That's a great accent, yeah. Hey, Wade. No, this is my thing here. Hey, Wade. They only deal with me. William H. Macy. Remember that? I try.
I don't know.
That's a good one. 49, New Jersey.
I'm thinking of the O. Like, you say their O's weird.
Yeah,
Do you know
whatever.
what I'm talking about? Okay.
Moving on, okay? 49, New Jersey. I don't disagree with that, but do you know who had a New Jersey accent? One of my favorites. Bugs Bunny. Do you know that?
That was a New Jersey accent?
Bugs Bunny, Mel Blanc did a New Jersey accent. That's what he did. Yeah, that's what they say. So, I don't know. And 50, Long Island. I don't know. That's what they say. Here's the thing about these polls. Because this was a poll, by the way, of people on social media. It's like, what do you think? It's kind of like, you ever watch Family Feud?
Yes.
Yeah. In Family Feud, do you try to guess the right answer?
No, you try to guess the answer.
You try to guess what 100 people in Southern California said about whatever the question. So it's like, how many people they polled on Twitter say about this? So it's crap. But what it is, just want to cover the top 5. Number 5 was Chicago. Chicago pizza. Is that right?
I don't know. I didn't know Chicago had an accent.
Deep dish pizza. Yeah, I don't know. Horrible. Whatever. Maine. Now, Laura, you went to school in Maine.
I did, and everyone thought I was from Maine.
They thought you were from Maine?
They thought I sounded like I was from Maine.
No, you don't sound like it to me. Apparently,
it's
its own accent.
I picked up the accent, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. It says Maine. 3rd, New York. And how does Long Island come in last? And New York comes in 3rd.
Well, it didn't come in last. It came in 50th. How many accents in the
There were
world
50.
do you think there are?
There were 50.
50 accents in the world?
No, that's the top 50, Laurie.
Oh, yeah.
The last out of 50. Anyways. New York, apparently. Let's get to the meat of this. Guess what was number 2?
Boston.
Boston. So, apparently, Boston has the second sexiest accent in the country. Do you agree with that, Laurie?
Perhaps.
And you'll agree that Boston is different than, like, you're from Taunton.
Yep.
Or Fall River.
Apparently Taunton sounds like Maine, though.
Here's my problem. And you can look this up, but I want to read this. This is what they say about Boston. It says, one of America's most imitated and parodied accents. That's true. Boston almost comes out on top of the country's sexiest accents. And yes, just like, Mark Wahlberg, locals really do say, park your car in Harvard Yard. No, they don't. So a lot of problems here. First, you look at the article, they spell it out. PAHKCAHR. I talked about this on a show. That is one of my biggest pet peeves, is when they spell things like it's in the accent. And no one says that. I've never heard anyone say, I'm going to park my car in Harvard Yard.
I've never heard it either.
Few problems there. First of all, is there even a Harvard Yard?
Yes, there is.
Does that even exist?
I don't think you can park there.
I don't think it exists. And if so, yeah, you probably can't park there. It's probably a yard. It's grass. The other thing, I don't drive to the city. If I go to the city, I take the train. Go to Middleborough, right up South Station, why bother? If I do drive, first of all, I drive my truck, not a car. And I'm not going to park in Harvard Yard because, I'm going to park in a garage. Or better yet, an open air lot. A lot cheaper. So no one says that. Park my car. Yeah. Annoys me. You agree?
What?
You agree?
Agree with what?
Yeah, whatever. She's not listening. Number one was Texan.
I don't understand how a city accent was number 2 and a state accent was number 1.
By the way,
does every Texan have the same accent?
I don't know.
But Taunton's different than Boston.
I looked up West Virginia, didn't make the list, but Appalachian was there at number 40.
That's West Virginian.
Yeah, that's where Mark's dad, Bernie, he's from. Where's Mark from? He doesn't sound like that. By the way, Bernie got married?
Yes.
He got married. Got remarried a couple of weeks ago. God bless him. And he actually invited me down to the reception. I don't know if I want to go. I got to fly down. But he said, yeah, come on down. So I don't know. But God bless you, Bernie. We'll probably talk more about that on the next show. But your accent's number 40, sexiest. So whoever you married, hopefully she agrees. I don't know. All right. Last thing, folks. This story. Danny sent me this link before he went on vacation, and I swear, I thought this was one of these that he made up, because he's done this before. He's tricked me.
Danny found this story?
Yeah, he sent me this link, and but it's on Fox News, so I got to believe it. Laurie, can you bring it up there?
Yeah.
The last one? Yeah, there it is. Alabama man allegedly fed attacked squirrel meth to keep it aggressive, officials say. So, scroll down a little bit.
Wait, why does it just say official?
Scroll down. Right there. Look at that.
Can I play this?
Don't. Let me read this. We'll talk about it. So, I gotta get through this.
Is that a squirrel attacking? If I push that
Hold
button?
on. It says an attacked squirrel, in quotes, housed in an Alabama apartment and fed methamphetamine by its owner to make sure it stayed aggressive was rescued Monday.
How did
officials
it
said.
not kill that squirrel?
The squirrel was removed from. I don't know if that's the actual squirrel.
I want to play it.
Or if that's stock photo, but was removed from the alleged drug den by investigators following a bust at an apartment in Athens, according to authorities. Yeah.
I'm going to hit it.
And look at that guy on the left. That's the guy. It says here, one man identified as Ronnie Reynolds, 37, was arrested on scene The alleged caretaker identified as Mickey Polk, 35. That's him. Oof. I would not want to mess with that guy.
What's that say above his eyebrow?
I have no idea.
I want to play this.
Tattoos their eyebrows and look at his neck. But look at the
How
squirrel.
come it's not working?
I don't know if that's the actual squirrel.
What happened? Oh, is it downloading?
All right, that's enough.
I want to see it.
All right, let me just finish this up.
Okay.
Okay. Real quick. Officials found the squirrel and released it into the wild per a recommendation from Alabama's Department of Conservation. And get this.
What?
This is quote, there was no safe way to test the squirrel for meth, the sheriff's office said.
I don't believe that.
That's what they
They
said.
just didn't
So
feel
here's
like
the thing.
testing for meth.
Somewhere in the park in Alabama, there's some squirrel tweaking on crystal meth running around.
Wait. I wasn't listening. They let this squirrel go?
They let him go. It says right there, release it into the wild. And he's running around. So, I don't know. Take it down. Go ahead and take it down.
I can't. It looks like it's about to play an ad anyway before the actual video, so I'm not interested in that.
Related story. I actually had a friend. Before we wrap up here, he was dating this woman, all right? And they were driving in the city, and they actually, with his car, hit a squirrel. It didn't kill the squirrel, it just injured him. And the woman was like this animal rights activist. And of course, the guy's like, just, put him to sleep, squirrel.
Wait, the squirrel didn't run off?
No, he was injured. Yeah.
Okay.
They picked him up, and she says, you got to take him to the vet and take care of him. And he goes, all right. So he takes him to the vet. And apparently the squirrel had to have a surgery to be, repaired, brought back to health. And here's the kicker. They had to get special tiny tools, like Austria or Sweden or somewhere. And they did that. And the squirrel, recovered. But the guy, he had to take the squirrel home and give it medication like 7 times a day. And it was all to impress this woman.
I don't believe you.
You believe that?
No, I don't believe that happened.
It's because it's Seinfeld. Yeah, she doesn't believe it. Way to end the show. Hopefully a fun note. Folks, again, catch this and all the shows at McDonato.com. Get the shows, info about the show, buy some merch. For God's sakes, buy some merch. And of course, from there, you can link to Podbean, where you can download the app and watch on your phone. Hey, you're going to fly to Austria, get some tiny tools to fix your squirrel. Going to go to Moscow, get some Novichok. It's a long flight, so put on your phone, airplane mode, good to go. Catch it there. And of course, I want to thank all of my fans in the emergency response community, law enforcement, fire, hazmat, military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. I include you, Coast Guard, and of course the Border Patrol. Build that wall. Special announcement. We are planning to do our next show. Guess what? On location from Cape Cod. Yeah. We're going to go down to Cape Cod. Danny's going to be there. Whole family's going to be there. And we're going to record. Maybe get Bob, your dad, on the show. What do you think, Laurie?
I don't think my dad watches the show.
Well, we'll get him on the show. Maybe Paula. She's awesome.
She watches the show.
Yeah, get him on the show and see what else. So on location should be fun. Hopefully that happens. But before we wrap up, Laurie, any last thoughts?
No.
No. All right. Laurie, thank you so much. You've been a great sport. Really, really appreciate it. Folks, thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Take care.
This has been the Mick Donato Show.